Whew. I love you, honey, baby. Love you. I've always been good with you. Yeah, I miss my people. They get like having them.
What color is it? Black and orange?
Black case with the orange. That kind of thing on the back. Guess I should plug it in. That would make sense. There we go. Oh, a little cold, I didn't see. Y'all need to get up there. Y'all need to be doing that now. There we go. That's going to be nice. Put that in there. Like so. Put that in there. And that right there. Now. We cooking with hard. Got an awesome cooking fire. I got one of the roosters that I had to call the other day. He's been soaking in lime and salt for 3 days, I think. And got some store-bought chicken breasts. And we're gonna marinate it all in the honey mustard. It's the good old honey from the old black man that sells it at Tractor Supply. He's got good honey. I'm gonna let this burn down for a little bit, and that's probably going to give me more than enough of a bed of coals just to cook up some thin chicken in a few pieces. And if it don't get done enough for me, I'll stick the bone-in meat in the oven to finish it off. But I'm pretty sure that what's already here is going to handle it real well. And my plants were just getting dry. They were getting super, super dry, super fast. And when that happens, it's 99% of the time because it doesn't have enough CO2. And they make these little things called stomatas, and they gasp for CO2, which makes them lose all their water. So keep in mind when they tell you that they want to get rid of the CO2, it's you they want to get rid of. We need the CO2. I'll be able to water my plants this evening, and they won't need to be watered for a few days because I did this. And I cook on the fire a lot anyway, just because I like to, and I always have. Where I grew up with my parents, they had a little tiny 2-bedroom house, and when my brother came along, I moved outside into a little 6x6 tin shed that my dad and I had built. And I moved in from that to a slide-in truck camper. And then I moved from that into a 18-foot camper from Canada. So I never really, from the time I was about 9, I never really lived in the house with anybody else. I cooked on a fire outside, I showered outside in cold water. Until I was 35, I did that. But I've always just preferred to cook on a fire. Boy, he's just screaming his ass off, ain't he? I'm gonna have to put a stop to that. It's actually Ernie Yellowfoot is he's trapped in the broody hut right now. I'm trying to find him a home so I don't have to, so I don't end up cooking him. I don't want to cook him. He's a super good rooster. My God, he's a great rooster. So friendly with people, great with the dogs, great with the hens, super, super, super just awesome with the hens. He makes sure they eat. He keeps everything off them. He was keeping the other roosters off of them. But out of the 3 Jersey Giant roosters that I have, I'm going to keep Big Pretty because he's the quietest. He is the biggest. He's also very good with the hens. And he is gorgeous. Ernie Blackfoot is part of what we're cooking this evening. I hated to do that, but he was getting to be a little bit, he just wasn't as friendly as the rest of them, and he screamed a lot. And if I'm going to breed chickens, I'm going to breed chickens for the traits that I want, not for looks, not for any of that. I'm not breeding for size, I'm breeding for layer hens. But I do want to see which cross with the Jersey Giant Rooster, whether the Barred Rock female, the Rhode Island Red female. I know the white leghorns are never going to be a good meat bird, but you don't know. When you cross a white leghorn with the Jersey Giant, you might get a great meat chicken. I don't know. I'm going to try. But I have Barred Rocks, Golden Sex Links, Rhode Island Reds, and the white leghorns. And I do have the Rhode Island Red male, Mr. Red, because he's an awesome little guy, he is. He's very sweet. My God, he's so sweet. I have them trained like dogs. It's crazy how well they trained. It's just amazing. Because I thought they were all hens except for maybe a couple of the Jersey Giants. That's all. And I ended up with at least one male out of every batch of pullets. So I do think that the Barred Rock crossed with the Jersey Giant Rooster, I think that is going to be a really good homestead bird, because the Barred Rocks already have a lot of meat on them. They're fantastic chickens. They're super good at getting out. They love to dig and scratch. Great chicken for that. So they all are, honestly. All the ones I have are great for that, but I'm trying to get myself a bird that lays really well, but also has, you know, the capacity to be a meat bird. So I'm just going to see with the ones I've got what happens with them. I'm not going to breed a bunch, but I do want to get a cross from each with the Jersey Giant, a few of them, just to see, because I think that I'm going to end up with a really good all-purpose bird. And you're never going to find a bird that outlays a Rhode Island Red. I don't care what anybody says. The Golden Sex Links are doing a really great job, and they're probably equal to, but they are not better than. And the Rhode Island Reds, man, the eggs have increased from being, at first they're of course like a medium-sized egg. Now they are easily an extra large egg. And in my old batch of birds, I had one that laid like big duck eggs, and she laid an egg every day, but every other day I'd get one of them big ones. It was crazy. So I know that just from, I'm in my 50s and I've had chickens more of my life than not, and it's really hard to beat a Rhode Island Red for laying eggs. They're a super great chicken, and they lay a lot of eggs for a long time. So we're gonna do that. But I figured out that the Barred Rock Rooster had a really good amount of meat on it. He really did. He had and actually there was a large pile of white meat from it, and an even larger pile of, no, I actually think on the Barred Rock that the white meat, there was more of the white meat than there was the dark meat, which is awesome. So that's what I'm looking for, is that big, a lot of white meat. The Jersey Giants, I think, I haven't cooked him yet, but I think that they've got a pretty fair amount of both, but they're very tall birds, and they're beefy. They've got a lot of meat on them. Ernie Blackfoot was the smallest of them. He was not much bigger than my other chickens. He was like directly in between, but those Jersey Giants those are big birds, and they are just the sweetest, just kindest, gentlest, lovely birds. They are fantastic roosters. I mean, I handle my chickens a lot, and I give them treats, and I'm sweet to them. I don't ever try to go in there and rah at my chickens. I try my best not to do that. They do get the best of me sometimes, but for the most part, they don't ever hear a crossword from me. All they get is, oh, can I see babies? But I'm gonna go in and let this fire burn for a little while, and get everything ready for cooking up some chicken on the grill. And I'll start the camera back up when I bring some chicken out and get it cooking. So I don't know if I'll do this in 2 parts, or I don't know. I haven't been able to upload much because we've just had a lot going on, and her dad passed away on June 1st. My mom passed away on July 3rd. On the same day her dad passed away, one of my oldest friends, we've been friends for 42 years, and he passed away that same day. And it's just, we've had like 5 people so far that we're very close to us pass away. So it's been a trip, man. It's been a trip. We don't look at death like it's this horrific thing like a lot of people seem to, because we don't die, and that's just what I believe anyway, and what I know to be true. So when this body's done, it's off to your next adventure. So we just don't look at that as a horrific thing. We are awesome eternal beings, that's for sure. So it helps to have a good outlook on that, and to not let it eat you up like it does some people. I see some people, they lose a parent, no matter what stage of their life they're in, it just collapses their whole being. And I'm very thankful that my parents didn't raise me to be like that. They didn't hide when people died from me. They didn't, we went to the funerals and we did all that stuff, and you go up and pay your respects, and you just do it. And I never saw a bunch of people blubbering and babbling and stuff like I see. I don't know, I'm very grateful that that's not what happens when someone passes away, in my immediate orbit anyway, because I'm so grateful for any of the time that I spent with them, all of the time. Just always grateful for that, and just grateful that I had them in my life. And believe me, her dad and my mom are missed. They are very much missed. And we knew my mom was passing. We didn't know her dad was passing. That was very unexpected. I knew my friend Wilson was passing. We had already had a couple of conversations that week and stuff, and he's off to his next adventure, We all are. Everything always changes, everything flows, everything's fluid. If you fight it, the stream will beat the shit out of you. If you just go with the flow and are grateful for the experience that you had, things usually go pretty good. So I'm staying in that way. Alright, y'all. Much love, everybody. I've got to go get some stuff prepared up and cut up some squashes and stuff, and get everything going and ready to cook us some fantastic, free-range, wonderful, wonderful chicken and some good veggies and stuff, and we're going to enjoy that. Y'all have a fantastic day.